Hi everybody and welcome back to Nellie Ruth Designs. Thought we'd have another play in the little cereal box mini journal. I have a few pages here, things stuffed in that we could work on. It's been a while, I think it's been a week. Whenever I wait too long to make a video, I always feel kind of out of sorts. And I'm not quite sure how to start, but we always manage to get through it, don't we? So I want to welcome everyone back to my channel. I appreciate you all very much. I appreciate your patience. And I miss you. I miss being here. I have received some notices. See, I just took that out, didn't I? I'm not sure where. I'm not going to take my other stuff out. And there's an ant on my table. I don't know where he came from, but I got rid of him. I'm not going to take my other things out because, as you can see, oh, they went that one. I didn't know where I should put them back. But yeah, it's been a week, I think, since I have done anything. Work is busy. It's our busy time of year. So I want to thank everybody for coming back to see me because I do appreciate you all and I miss just sitting around my table with you. But we're here now, right? We are here now. And for those who have newly joined and become a subscriber to my channel, thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. I hope you aren't disappointed with what I do here. I do have a lot of videos that you can go and take a look at. So we're working in this little journal here. And I started a long time ago, and this is how I thought I wanted to decorate it. And they're just so different what I'm doing now. I may try to take like this little thing off and go around it. I don't know. Maybe I should leave them here and then I can see how I have grown and changed my style. I could do a before and then an after. So for these two pages, I chose, and again, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my little giraffe paperweight here. Keep that open. I have this butterfly. I have this here. I think this is a sticker. Yeah, I think it is, just by the way the back is. Yep, this is a sticker. And is it a trans? Oh, no, okay. So that's got a sticker there. And then this is some paper. I think I cut this, or is this a sticker? I think I just cut this out with my scissors, and I don't think it is a sticker. But I have this cute little stamp style piece. I have this here, and my whole purpose on pulling items like this is the same as the last video. I'm trying to work with some scrap, horizontal, vertical, square, rectangular, miscellaneous pieces, and then throw in these little pieces here. These all came out of a old card box, all right? And I don't, oh, I like that. This flower, might be able to use that somewhere. I'm going to pull that out, stick that over there. But I haven't really used a lot of things in here because I'm not junk journaling. So I think items in here will be really good to use in my little mini journals. And you can see I do have a lot of different pieces in here. And so this is what, you know, if you create a small journal like I am, Zare Corporation. This came off of a spool of thread when it was 25 cents back then. And we used to have a store called Zayre's, and it was like Walmart way back when. So these are the type of things that you want to use in a small journal. There's another one. This is coats. Because I find that a lot of this stuff just gets, it hangs around and hangs around. You don't know what to do with it. And I think it is a great way. See, we've got little pieces of the back of a drywall. It's just a great way to add little accent pieces to your tiny collage art. And I keep that right up here on my desk. And that's where all of these pieces, I've pulled a lot of things here that I thought I could use. And that's where these pieces come from. So I'm trying to use squares, rectangles, vertical, horizontal. And I'm just trying to keep it simple. Postage stamps. And I think that's just kind of what makes it fun. And I really don't know what I want to do. I do know I want to put that butterfly there like that. But what I want to do over here, I don't know. And I want to put something behind the butterfly. And this is where you just kind of have fun. Just picking out a pattern. And figuring out, you know, possibilities, what you might want to do. And I picked this balance for a reason. Maybe I was thinking I need more balance in my life. Maybe something like that. And your collaging, it doesn't have to be spectacular. It's just to get items in your book that you like. And then if I put this here, I want to put this here. But again, I'd like to have maybe either a piece of washi tape on that side. This I kind of like, but I feel like I need a little something there. But not necessarily. Then maybe I could put, where's my tweezers? I have some stamps over here. Whoops. I could get a different stamp for up there. I'm not going to use that stamp. It's for something else. But I was just thinking maybe I could. I have this little seashell girl in January. She doesn't really go with that, but I think I kind of like that. So I think we will do that there. May pull some washi tape. All right. This is where, like, I need a clamp or something. Let me grab a clamp. All right, I think that'll work out. So, let's see here. So, what's new? What's new with you? You tell me in your comments what is new. This is Father's Day. Father's Day weekend is coming up. And we have no plans. We are just going to hang out and relax. We're all so busy during the week, running around, going back and forth to the quarries and the last thing we want to do, we live in a resort area as well. The last thing that we want to do is go out and get tied up with all the tourists, and we just really kind of hang low in the summer. Because it can get hectic where we live. And it can get aggravating. I don't know if any of you live in a resort area. And our interstates, oh my goodness. We deal with the Adirondack Northway. And it goes right up to Canada. So we do get a lot of, Canadians going home and this and that. And they drive. The thing that drives me nuts, and I mean nuts, is that we have a lot of exits where you have to merge. You have to merge left. And we will get people, sorry about that, where was I? And we will get people that you're just driving in the lane, there's nowhere to move over, and they will pass you on the right. They will come up, once you move over to the left, they will pass you on the right. Or if we have on our interstate as well, we have where you have 3 lanes, but that third, the third lane there for the slower traffic will merge over, and you get people flying up, passing on the right-hand side, and they never pull in. That's kind of fun, isn't it? They never pull in until the lane literally ends. And it's not only annoying, it is so dangerous. I'm not a huge fan of our summers here, because everybody is in such a hurry to go nowhere. And we're going to put that right there. And I want to get this little tiny piece here of my favorite drywall. I'm just going to stick that there just to break that up a little bit. And I think I will put that right there like that. So as you can see, everything can be used. Everything and anything can be used in these collages. I always say it's just to get your mind moving. And these are great little books if you're just tired of doing the same old, or you get tired of a challenge, or you can't find anything for a challenge. You might be working on something, and I know some challenges do take a lot of time to find just the right pieces. I used to do a lot of challenges, but that's one reason why I stopped. I was spending way too much time gathering the prompts, and it was just wasn't fun. And something like this, you can just put on here whatever you want. And it just doesn't take a long time to do it. I'd like to put a little something that says exchange. That's kind of cute, exchange. Sometimes you just add things as well for balance. It doesn't have to mean anything. It's just adding things for balance. There. So there there are those pages there. Okay, so that's done. All right, the next one I have is, I don't have a lot for that. That would be, okay, this one here. Oh, I thought I had another. Oh, silly me. This one. So I have, let's put my clamp. Let's put my big clamp. Ah, the sun's coming out. Yesterday I worked outside in my gardens. And in, we've got a lot of areas that have small cobblestones and the weeds grow up amongst them. And I have to weed the stone. So I did that yesterday. And I'm going back out again today to, I think, wash windows. The pollen here has been horrific. So I have this gal here. And again, I could put her down like this. But you know me, I'm not going to go that route. I'm going to get the top of my glue before it dries up and I can't use it. We're going to cut her out. So yeah, I mean, that's the other thing with my eye surgery coming up. I want to get everything all set so I don't have to do, I mean, I'm not going to be able to do anything. So I've been really working hard to get the flower beds in shape. All right, so I have to decide, do I want her? I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to cut her right off, though. I just don't know if I want her little teapot on the other side here. Yeah, I'm just trying to get the flower beds and certain things in shape so I can relax and go outside and enjoy things after I have my surgeries. Now, I could do something like this. I did cut this flower out of this sheet of flowers that I had. And I'd like to put this, I just want a little bit more color. I want to put this on this side. And I really don't know if I want that tea kettle there. I think I may just put her like this. And that's just what I'm going to do. And then that was my dentist that called, reminding me that I had an appointment Monday morning. I'm like, I do? She says, you do? I says, well, I'm glad you called, Val, because you wouldn't have seen me. She goes, and then I wouldn't have seen you till January. So I've got an appointment Monday, and I didn't plan on doing that. I planned on doing something else Monday morning. I think I'm going to put that there like that. I'm going to get her down, but I'm not going to glue her all the way down. I'm just going to put, I feel like I need a little something more for her. This side, no. I like just having that, but I do the same with my collages. You know how when you sew, it's like measure twice, cut once? I just like to make sure that there's nothing else that I want to add or whatever. And I don't on this. Some gal had mentioned that in a comment. She says, I like how you how did she word it? You take your time and you just don't glue everything down basically straight away. And I'm like, no, because I just want to make sure that everything is where it's supposed to be and I like it and I don't want to add something or... Okay, so we have that there. I'm going to put this little butterfly here. Oh, trying to think what else is going on. Really nothing. My Karen was here for a week working. She just left. Today is Friday. So she flew home early this morning. She left yesterday to spend time with her family. And I just got a text from her that she got home and safe and sound. She's got to be tired though. So she's home. She'll be back in July. And then our granddaughter will come up with her then. So we'll get to see Ava for a week. She goes off to college in August. So we'll get to see her before she takes off. I'm going to cut this a little bit more because I don't like... You can see that little bit of a crease. You might not be able to see it, but I can. Okay, so she's going to go here. And I like how she's looking at that. I should have a little saying over here. But what are we going to do with her, all right? What are we going to put behind her? I could put a stamp. Not that I'm crazy about that. I think I was going to put that love there. Yeah, I think I was going to put that under there. I didn't do that, did I? I didn't do that, did I? Let's see here. Doesn't have to be anything. I just want to put a little accent piece. Let me be a big girl, big professional girl, and clamp that again like others do. See, this is where I know I want a little something here, but what do? Do I get my drywall tape? Do I get a stamp? How about if we get a stamp and I just stamp something over here in that corner? That might be the way to go. Well, I found a stamp. I've never used this one before. It's a bird sitting on a round piece here with some, this says journal, faux writing. I think that's the other thing I should do. I should do a stamp day, Saturday stamp day or something, and get all my stamps out and just stamp with all of the different stamps I have and put them in a book. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp up in this corner, right about here. And I just want to see how much I should stamp, if I should just stamp a little bit. I'd like to kind of like to see maybe that journal there, because she has her journals and her books here. So maybe I will do that. And I will take this off. And I'm going to use my VersaFine. I was thinking about using, oh golly gosh, Barbie. I was going to use my Stays on Brown, but I am going to use this here, my VersaFine, because it's such tiny writing on here. And I don't care if I have that much ink on here, because I don't want it dark, and I'm not going to do a double stamp. You know how sometimes you do that. And let's try this. So we're going to put this right over here, kind of like this. And where's my little clear sheet? And we will rub this down. Hopefully it did a nice little, there we go, a nice little print. Okay, so we have that. All right, so that came out good. Yeah, and I think that's good, just like that. Oops, was I in sight? Okay, I think that's better. I think I had to adjust my phone. So again, sometimes just a simple stamp, an acrylic stamp, can make all the difference in the world. All right, so we're going to get her down here, which I think she is. There we go. And I think that, whoops, I think that is good. I think those pages are nice. And we'll do one more. I think we have time to do one more. These, I think, are pretty easy today. Okay, so this one here, I'm going to pull this out. This one here, I wanted to do a little image. I pulled a couple things. This came out of an old children's book, and I just thought this was a really cute image. Something that I would like to see every now and then. So I cut it down, and it just happens to fit quite nicely in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue the center down here on each side, and then that way, if you don't glue the ends, you can tuck it I'll be able to tuck some things underneath it right here. Okay. Hopefully that will stay. Okay, so right there, there's a little crease, but that's okay. It's all right if it ripped. Okay, so this one here, this came out, the story was actually called The Green Umbrella. And I'd really like to put the green umbrella on over here. I will have to measure that, cut that down. But I would like to bring some greens over on this side. And I found this little ticket in with my items over here, and I thought I would put that. I just have to decide if I want to show these hearts here. And then I found this where it says 2. And I thought that might be kind of fun. I could put that over there like that. And I would kind of like to, I don't want to put that over there. Maybe, how do I want to do this? How should we do this? Because I do know I want to have that green umbrella. So what I'm going to do, if I can find my little acrylic ruler, which I can't. This is another way I measure. This is the lazy man's measuring. I need something a little bit longer. This is the lazy man's measuring tool. And I just don't feel like getting up. So right about there, okay? So put that there and that there, okay? And now for my, gosh, I think there was a little craft, here it is. I was going to say a little craft elf in here, moving all of my stuff around. I'm going to cut this down here. And it's just going to be, I just eyeball stuff, and that's okay. And I'm going to cut this right down. Let's do it like this. Okay. And I would like to put that green umbrella right there, along there. Okay, so we're going to put this here. So here we have the green umbrella on there. I also have these postage stamps. And it's like, I'm bound and determined to use these. Just with bringing this green over in here. Where's my big girl stamp? My big girl clamp. So we got the green umbrella there. And let's see here. And then we have this 2. I want to use the 2 because I just think that's cute with the two little ones under the umbrella. And I do, where did that other piece go? See, this is where my time, here it is. My time gets wasted. That. I'm going to put this here. Let's see, that. I could bring that down a little bit, the 2. Right? 2. I think I'll do that. I thought it was going to be sunny, and it's not really all that sunny. My husband's not in a very good mood today. He's working. He shouldn't be working. So I think today I might just hang out in my craft room. I really don't want to be around him. He's the type of owner that when he wants to know something, he's got to know it right then and there, immediate. He doesn't like to wait for an answer. And the boys and I we're more laid back, and we know we'll get our answer. I don't like to rush people because it makes everybody on edge. And he's just, I don't know. He shouldn't be working. He shouldn't be working. We try to explain to him certain things, and he doesn't want to listen. You know how men are. So I think I'm just going to continue playing in my craft room today. My safe spot. My safe spot. I could just tell I'm so far behind in my videos. I really have to do videos today. He knew I was going to make a couple. I may have a marathon day in here. Because it just doesn't look like a very nice day to do anything outside. I don't really want to cover her little dress up. Maybe I can just put, I just like to put, God, come hell or high water, I'm bound and determined to use this stamp. But I don't think I'm going to be able to. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it just like that. Right? Don't need to add anything else. Not for these sweet little girls. Because they are the star of the show, right? Okay. There. All right. So there, that's done. I think that's very, very sweet. That's glued in there, so that'll be just fine. All right, so that's all I got for you today. So let's go back. We did this page here with the butterflies. Balance, because we all need balance in our life. I need to go down and tell my husband that. Maybe he needs to go do some yoga and stretch. Get his balance back. And then the washi tape here, which I think is just perfect to go with the colors, that little tiny piece of drywall. Then we have this gal here pondering, sitting here thinking, probably thinking about everything she has to do. And then just adding a little splash of color over here. And then we have our gals over here. And I think that's just enough. I think it's just a sweet little collage featuring these little gals here under their green umbrella. So that's all I have for you today. I'm going to move on. I'm going to make some more videos. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do, but it will not only be a surprise for you, but it's going to be a surprise for me as well. So I want to thank everyone for joining me today. And I'm really happy that you are enjoying this little book because it really is so much fun. And I do have, for the next book, I do know what I'm going to be doing in it. So that is going to be that's going to be a lot of fun too. But we still have a lot to do in this. And we're just going to continue to plug away, do 3 or 4 spreads at a time. And we will get there. So I want everyone to have a great day, depending on when you're watching this. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. Have a great night. Have a great morning. And I will see you in my next video. All right, everybody. See you later. Bye-bye.